All right. Welcome back to the channel. Big L here. It's Thursday, June 11th, 2020. And this is part 8 AM and FM radio stations from across the country. Today, we're back in Texas. Dallas-Fort Worth, Texas. The largest radio market in the state of Texas. And it took me quite a while to write down all these stations and all this info because Dallas-Fort Worth is such a big market. But either way, I got it all done, and I'm about to tell you what I've written down right now. So let's get right into it. All right. On 540, as we begin on the AM side of the dial, KDFT, Ferris, Dallas-Fort Worth. This station is known as La Poderosa 540. This is a Spanish religious station for multicultural radio broadcasting. On 570 in high definition, KLIF AM, Dallas-Fort Worth. 570 KLIF, news and information. This is a news talk station with news updates from Westwood One and programming from Westwood One, Premier Radio Networks, and the Blaze Network. KLIF is owned by Cumulus and is repeated on KSCS 96.3 HD2 in Fort Worth. 620 620 in HD is KTNO Plano. 620 Radio Luz, that's L-U-Z. Iluminando Mole y Corazon. This is a Spanish Christian station from the Salem Media Group. This station used to be at 1440. This station used to be at 1440 AM. They, of course, traded places with the station that used to occupy the 620 frequency, and that's KEXB. Under Salem rule, they were a business talk station, but they were since purchased by another company, and I'll tell you who that is in just a bit. And their format changed, obviously, as well as their frequency. 660 is KSKY, Box Springs, Dallas-Fort Worth. 660 AM The Answer, breaking news, stimulating talk. KSKY broadcasts a conservative talk format from the Salem Media Group, with SRN news updates on the hour and programming from the Salem Radio Network. 700 is KHSE Wiley, W-Y-L-I-E, Wiley. This station is known as Radio Caravan. Their slogan is Join the Caravan. KHSE broadcasts a South Asian format from Texas FM Radio LLC, and they operate a translator in McKinney on 104.1 K281CS. 730 AM is KKDA AM, Grand Prairie, Dallas-Fort Worth. DKNet 730 AM, the Dallas Korean Network, meaning they operate a Korean format, which is owned by SKR Partners, LLC. Now, this is the broadcast company who in 2013 purchased KKDA AM from locally based Service Broadcasting Group. That's the locally based broadcast company that owns former sister stations KKDA FM, which is K104, and KRNB in Decatur, which is the smooth R&B station. Anyway, SKR Partners purchased KKDA AM from service broadcasting for $1.9 million back in 2013, and this station has aired the DKNet radio Korean format since on this frequency. And the move, as you can imagine, sparked some outrage in the African American community in Dallas Fort Worth, because this station was known as Soul 73. It was like a urban R&B, it was like an urban old school type radio station, and the African Americans listened to this station quite a bit, just kind of like K104 on the FM side, which is also aimed at the African Americans. But this station in particular was probably their favorite station. But then once they found out the Koreans were going to purchase this station and flip it to its current Korean format, didn't sit well with them. All right, 770, broadcasting in high definition, is KAAM, Garland, Dallas, Fort Worth. They're known as 770 KAAM. This station broadcasts Christian talk and brokered programming and is owned by DJRD Broadcasting, LLC. I don't know what's in my throat, but it's driving me crazy. Hopefully that'll work. On 820, also broadcasting in high definition, WBAP, Fort Worth, Dallas. WBAP News Talk 820, the news and talk of Texas. This is a news talk formatted station with world and national news updates from Westwood One. They also provide weather forecasts for the DFW area on the Weather Channel, from the Weather Channel, I should say. Additional programming from Premier Radio Networks, and they also have a local news and weather partnership with ABC affiliated station WFAA TV Channel 8. This station is also the flagship home of the TCU Horned Frogs. So their football and men's basketball games are heard on News Talk 820 WBAP. This station is owned by Cumulus Media and is repeated on KPLX 99.5 HD2 in Fort Worth. Now, WBAP, that call sign paved the way for the first television station in North Texas. WBAP's previous owners, which were the Dallas Morning News, signed WBAP on the air on Channel 5 back in the late 1940s. That station today is now known as KXAS TV, which is an NBC owned and operated station. 850 is KJON Carrollton, which is a Spanish Catholic station from Carrollton Broadcasting of Texas LLP and the Chatham Hill Foundation. KJON broadcasts some programming from the Guadalupe Radio Network, and this station is a daytime only station, which means they sign off the air at local sunset due to FCC rules and regulations. 870 KFJZ Fort Worth, Dallas. Biz Talk Radio. This is a financial news and talk station with programming from Biz Talk Radio, of course, which is owned by the SIGA Broadcasting Corporation. KFJZ operates an FM translator in Dallas on 102.5 K273CS. 870 AM itself is a daytime only station, but with the FM translator, their programming can broadcast 24 hours a day. 890 is KTXV Mabank, Texas. Radio Punjab, Dallas. This is a full-service station broadcasting in Punjabi and South Asian, which is owned by Radio Punjab Dallas. 910 KATH Frisco, Dallas, Fort Worth. This is the DFW affiliate of the Guadalupe Radio Network. Their slogan is Catholic Radio for Your Soul. So obviously this is a Catholic station, programming from both the Guadalupe Radio Network and EWTN, who also supplies their hourly news updates. KATH is owned by the La Promesa Foundation. 970 KHVN Fort Worth, Dallas is Heaven 97, taking you higher in praise. KHVN broadcasts an urban contemporary gospel format, which is owned by Mortensen Broadcasting Company of Texas Incorporated. They currently have applied to the Federal Communications Commission to move its city alliance. Let me say that again. That'll kind of sound weird. Anyway, this station has applied to the Federal Communications Commission to move its city of license from Fort Worth to the nearby suburb of Bedford, Texas. So we'll see if the FCC grants that switch of the city of license, which is currently Fort Worth. On 990 and broadcasting in high definition is KFCO Farmersville. This is a Spanish language radio station broadcasting brokered programming, which is owned by Baikian Shah Broadcasting Incorporated. This station operates an FM translator in McKinney on 99.9 K260CX and was the former Spanish flagship station of FC Dallas. That is the MLS soccer team in the Metroplex. 1040 is KGGR Dallas Fort Worth, also known as KGGR 1040 AM, Great Gospel Radio, the station that never stops giving. KGGR broadcasts an urban contemporary gospel format, which is owned by Mortensen Broadcasting Company of Texas Incorporated, and they are a daytime-only station. 1080 in high definition is KRLD, Dallas Fort Worth. News Radio 1080 KRLD, all news all the time. They broadcast an all-news format during the week with talk shows at night and for much of the weekends as well. KRLD has hourly news updates from CBS News and local news and some programming from the Texas State Network. And they also have a local news partnership with NBC-owned KXAS TV Channel 5. KRLD AM is owned by Entercom Communications and is repeated on sister station KRLD FM 105.3 HD2 in Dallas. 1110 KVTT Mineral Wells is Fun Asia 1110 AM. This is an Asian formatted station which is currently owned by Decatur Media Land LLC. 1110 AM is a daytime only station, but they operate a translator indicator at 95.5 known as K238CC. 1140 AM is KHFX Claiborne. This is known as, let me get this in here, Radio Pentecostes. Radio Pentecostés Cristo Vive 1140. Haciendo la Diferente en el air. I don't know what that translates to in English. But anyway, this station broadcasts a Spanish religious format which is owned by the SIGA Broadcasting Corporation, the same people that own Biz Talk Radio 870 KFJZ. 1160 broadcasting in high definition, KBDT Highland Park, Dallas, Fort Worth, known as Big D's Talk. This is a conservative-leaning talk station with news updates and programming from the USA Radio Network. Now I'll tell you a little bit more about this network in a little bit. KBDT is also the Dallas-Fort Worth affiliate of NASCAR. Races with races provided by the Motor Racing Network, the Performance Racing Network, and the IMS Radio Network. Now, IMS standing for the Indianapolis Motor Speedway. KBDT is locally owned by Dallas Broadcasting LLC and is operated by 1160 Investments LLC under a local marketing agreement. 1160 Investments is a wholly owned subsidiary of the company which also owns the USA Radio Network, which is based in Washoe Valley, Nevada, but many of their shows on USA Radio Network are based out of Dallas, Texas. 1190 KFXR, Dallas, Fort Worth is Talk Radio 1190. Dallas News Talk, with Fox News Radio updates, also broadcasts programming from Premier Radio Networks, and news and weather from Fox-owned and operated station and former CBS affiliate, KDFW TV, Fox 4. So this, again, is a news talk format, and is owned by iHeartMedia. 1220 is KZCE Weatherford, Hot Pepper 1220 AM. This is brokered South Asian programming aired by Tarrant Radio Broadcasting. So this is like a Fort Worth area-based broadcasting company. 1270 in high definition is KFLC Benbrook, TUDN Radio Dallas 1270 AM, Vivimos tu Pasión. This is a Spanish sports station and the DFW affiliate of Televisa Univision Deportes Radio. They are also the Spanish flagship station of the Dallas Mavericks, the Texas Rangers, and FC Dallas. KFLC is owned by Univision and the Euphoria Audio Network. Their station's HD signal broadcasts during daytime hours only. I don't know why that is, but that's what it says here. 1310 KTCK Dallas Fort Worth, Sports Radio 1310 and 96.7 FM The Ticket. All sports all the time. KTCK AM airs a sports talk format and is now the DFW affiliate of Fox Sports Radio. This station is also the radio flagship home of the Dallas Stars. KTCK AM is owned by Cumulus Media, and this station is simulcast on KTCK 96.7 FM in Flower Mound, Texas. 1340 KAND Corsicana, Real Country 1340. This station broadcasts a country music format with news updates from both CBS News and the Texas State Network. And they are owned by New Century Broadcasting. Now, Corsicana is a little city in North Texas that's on like the far southern edges of the Dallas-Fort Worth market. I think it's about 30 or 40 miles south of downtown Dallas. So this station would probably air primarily to, say, Corsicana and maybe some of the far southern Dallas suburbs. 1360 is KMNY Hearst, Dallas-Fort Worth, which broadcasts Spanish programming from the multicultural radio broadcasting. And here's another station from a city far south of the Dallas-Fort Worth Metroplex. 1390 KBEC Waxahachie. They're known as KBEC 99.1 FM and 1390 AM Classic Texas Music. This is a classic Texas country radio station which is owned by Troubadour Communications. Again, Waxahachie is on the far southern edges of the DFW radio market. 1420 KPIR Granbury. This is a small town that's on the western edge of the Metroplex. So you'll probably be able to hear this station at least during the daytime in Fort Worth and some of its western suburbs. Anyway, this station is known as 1420 The Pirate, which is now a news talk station locally owned by KPIR Granbury LLC. On 1440, you have KEXB University Park, Dallas-Fort Worth. This is now the DFW affiliate of Relevant Radio, bridging the gap between faith and everyday life. This is a Catholic talk station with programming supplied by Relevant Radio and is owned by Immaculate Heart Media Incorporated. Now, I told you earlier that this station used to be at 620 and aired a business news and business talk format under the direction of the Salem Media Group, but then Salem sold the station to Immaculate Heart and then switched its format from business news to Catholic talk, and then this station switched frequencies with KTNO, which was at 1440 but now at 620, and that station is still owned by Salem, while KEXB is currently at 1440 and now is a Catholic talk station. All right, 1460 is KCLE Burleson, Texas. This station broadcasts Vietnamese music and talk from Intelli LLC. They operate a pair of translator stations, one in Burleson on 95.7 K239cc. The other is in Claiborne at 93.1 K226 BM. 1540 KZMP. Oh, I'm jumping out of space. 1480 is KNGO Dallas-Fort Worth. This is Viet Radio. Their slogan is in Their slogan was in Vietnamese, but it translates to news form. Anyway, this is a Vietnamese programming station which is owned by Hammond Broadcasting Group LLC and is simulcast on KGOW 1560 AM in Houston, which is owned locally in the Houston area by Gao Media. Now we can tell you about 1540, which is KZMP AM, University Park, Dallas-Fort Worth. La Ranchera, 106.7 FM, 1540 AM, La Auténtica Música Mexicana. This is classic regional Mexican music owned by Australia Media, previously known as Lieberman Broadcasting. These are the owners that also owns and operates the Spanish language television network Australia TV. And this is the AM simulcast of KZZA 106.7 FM, Munster, Texas. 1570 is KPYK Terrell, which is KPYK 1570, the pick of the dial. This station broadcasts adult standards and is owned by, I can't even read my own handwriting, Monica Electronics. And they operated FM translator in Terrell at 102.5 K273DA. 1600 is KRVA Cockerell Hill, Dallas Fort Worth, Radio Saigon, Dallas. This airs Vietnamese programming owned by LRAD Media LLC. 1630 is KKGM Fort Worth, Dallas, Hope 1360, which broadcasts Southern gospel music and ministries owned by Mortensen Broadcasting Company of Texas, Incorporated. This station is also the Dallas-Fort Worth affiliate for Oklahoma Sooners football, as well as Texas A&M men's basketball, and UT Arlington Mavericks men's basketball. And rounding out the AM portion of the Dallas-Fort Worth radio market is 1700 KKLF Richardson, which also broadcasts in high definition. This is known as Jalapeno 1700 AM. Tejano owned, Cajunto proud. KKLF operates a Tejano format in high definition in both Spanish and English, and is owned by Claro Communications Limited. Now, Claro Communications also owns a station in San Antonio that has the same branding and the same music, pretty much. So either the San Antonio station copied off of Dallas, or the Dallas station copied off of San Antonio. I guess we'll never know. Alright, now we're on to the FM side of the dial. And as big as radio market as Dallas-Fort Worth is, there are only 8 stations that I found on the non-commercial band that's anything below 92. But there are some stations with non-commercial licenses that's on the commercial band on FM. Now, and I'll try my best to point those out as we go along too. So, here's the FM non-commercial band, starting with 88.1 channel 201, KNTU McKinney. This station is known as 88.1 The One. This station airs jazz, music, and news in both English with some select programming in Spanish. They air national news updates every hour during the week from AP Radio News, and local news and weather updates from WFAA TV Channel 8. That again is the ABC television affiliate in the DFW Metroplex. KNTU is owned by the University of North Texas, which is located in nearby Denton. And that's all I got to say about this station. 88.3 channel 202 is KJRN Keene. 88.3 The Journey, radio for the walk of life. KJRN broadcasts a contemporary Christian format owned by Southwestern Adventist University. 88.7 channel 204 is KTCU-FM Fort Worth, also known as The Choice. This is a college radio station from Texas Christian University. This station also broadcasts TCU football, men's and women's basketball, and baseball. 89.3 channel 207, KNON Dallas Fort Worth. The Voice of the People. This is a community radio station owned by Agape Broadcasting Foundation Incorporated. 90.1 Channel 211 is KERA FM Dallas Fort Worth Denton. KERA 90.1. Their slogan is pretty straightforward. Go public. This station broadcasts a news talk format with news updates and programming from NPR, plus additional programming from Public Radio International, American Public Media, and the BBC World Service. This station is owned by North Texas Public Broadcasting, which also owns KERA TV Channel 13, the PBS member station in Dallas, Fort Worth, and their sister radio property, KKXT 91.7, which we will tell you all about in just a moment. KERA FM also operates 3 translator stations. K261CW Tyler at 100.1, K202DR Wichita Falls at 88.3, and K257EV Sherman at 99.3. 90.9 Channel 215 is KCBI Dallas Fort Worth Grapevine. This is part of the KCBI radio network, which airs contemporary Christian music and Christian talk. This station is locally owned by First Dallas Media and is simulcast on KCBN 107.7 FM in Hyco, Texas. 91.3 Channel 217 is KDKR Decatur, Dallas Fort Worth. KDKR 91.3, your station for life, which airs Christian programming owned by Penfold Communications Incorporated. KDKR FM is simulcast on 91.3 KYJC FM in Commerce, Texas. And KDKR also operates a pair of translator stations in the Metroplex. One is in Dallas at 97.5 K248BC. The other is in Irving on 99.9 K260BP. 91.7 Channel 219 in high definition is KXX. I take that back. It's KKXT, Dallas Fort Worth Denton. KXT 91.7. The main slogan on this station is the Republic of Music, but they also use KERA FM's slogan, which is Go Public. FM Analog and HD1 is adult album alternative with programming from NPR, American Public Media, and Native Voice 1, with no additional subchannels. KKXT is owned by North Texas Public Broadcasting, which also owns PBS member station KERA TV Channel 13, and radio sister station KERA FM 90.1. Now to the commercial side of the FM band. 92.1 on Channel 221, KTFW FM, Glen Rose. 92.1 Hank FM, Real Country. This is a country music station which is owned by LKCM Radio Group and is simulcast to the Wichita Falls area on KXPN FM 95.5 in Scotland, Texas. So 92.1 generally airs to say Fort Worth and areas west and north of there. I'm not sure if this station comes in clear in Dallas and its suburbs or not. 92.5 Channel 223 in high definition is KZPS Dallas Fort Worth, Lone Star 92.5. Classic rock for DFW. FM analog and HD1 is classic rock. The HD2 subchannel is currently silent. KZPS is owned by iHeartMedia. 93.3, channel 227 is KLIF FM Haltom City. This is a Fort Worth suburb. Station is known as Hot 93.3 DFW's Hit Music. They broadcast a rhythmic top 40 format from Cumulus Media. 93.7, channel 229, KNOR, Crum, Texas. That's KRUM, Crum, Texas. La Raza 93.7. This is the original Mexican station from Australia Media, formerly known as Lieberman Broadcasting. But yes, Lieberman Broadcasting of Dallas LLC holds the licenses to all of the Australia Media-owned stations in the DFW Metroplex. 94.1, channel 231, KLNO, Fort Worth, Dallas. K Buena, 94.1. FM analog and HD1 is regional Mexican with no additional subchannels. The station is owned by Univision and the Euphoria Audio Network. 94.5, channel 233, broadcasting in high definition, is KZMJ Gainesville, Dallas, Fort Worth. Magic 94.5, today's R&B and throwbacks. FM analog HD1 is urban adult contemporary. HD2 is a Bollywood music format known as Jazba, Jazbaa. And then on HD3 is an unknown Indian station. KZMJ is owned by Urban One and is repeated on KBFB 97.9 HD2 Dallas. 94.9, channel 235 in high definition is KLTY Arlington, Dallas, Fort Worth. 94.9 KLTY, Your Life Inspired. FM analog HD1 is contemporary Christian music, with Christmas music being played during the holiday season. HD2 is a Spanish contemporary Christian station known as 102.5 El Pez or The Fish. HD3 is Christian Talk, the simulcast of KWR DFM 100.7 The Word, which we'll talk about a little bit later. KLTY is owned by Salem Media Group. Translator station K273BJ Dallas at 102.5 relays the Spanish CCM format on the second digital subchannel of KLTY. 95.3, channel 237, KHYI, Howell, Texas. This station is known as 95.3 The Range. They broadcast country music plus Americana and is owned by Metro Broadcasters of Texas. 95.9, channel 240 is KFWR Jacksboro. 95.9 The Ranch, the sound of Texas. This is a Texas country station owned by LKCM Radio Group. This station is simulcast on KRVF 106.9 FM in Corsicana. 96.3, channel 242, high definition is KSCS, Fort Worth, Dallas. New Country 96.3, DFW's hottest new country hits. On FM analog and HD1 is country. HD2 is the news talk simulcast of AM 570 KLIF. KSCS is owned by Cumulus Media. 96.7, channel 244 is KTCK FM, Flower Mound, Dallas, Fort Worth. Sports Radio 1310, 96.7 FM, The Ticket. All sports, all the time. Just like its simulcast partner, this is a sports talk station in the Dallas-Fort Worth affiliate of Fox Sports Radio and the radio flagship station of the Dallas Stars. KTCK FM is owned by Cumulus, and as I said, this is the FM simulcast of KTCK AM 1310 Dallas-Fort Worth. 97.1 Channel 246 in high definition is KEGL Fort Worth, Dallas. 97.1 The Eagle, the Rock of Dallas-Fort Worth. FM analog and HD1 airs mainstream rock. HD2 is soft adult contemporary known as The Breeze. This station is owned by iHeartMedia. Now, this next station is further outside of the DFW Metroplex, but you can hear this station somewhat in some of its northern suburbs. And that's 97.5 Channel 248, broadcasting in high definition, KLAK Tom Bean. Now, this station is primarily aimed at the Wichita Falls area up there in Texoma. That's that 8-county area in northern Texas and southern Oklahoma. Anyway, this station is known as 97.5 KLAC or KLAK, today's best music. FM analog and HD1 is hot adult contemporary music with no other digital subchannels. KLAK is owned by Alpha Media, and I bet you their studios are in Wichita Falls or somewhere near there. 97.9 Channel 250 in high definition is KBFB Dallas-Fort Worth. 97.9 The Beat, the hip-hop station, or the slogan they use nowadays, the beat of the Metroplex. FM analog and HD1 is urban contemporary. On HD2 is the Urban AC simulcast of KZMJ Magic 94.5. And HD3, I'm not sure if this station is operational still or not, but they have it listed as a Vietnamese radio station. KBFB is owned by Urban One. 88.3, Channel 252 is KBOC, Bridgeport. Luna 98.3, Solo Éxitos. This is a Spanish CHR station from Lieberman Broadcasting, now known as Australia Media. 98.7, Channel 254 in high definition. KLUV, Dallas-Fort Worth. 98.7, K-Love, that's K-LUV. Nobody plays more 80s. FM analog and HD1 is classic hits. Oldies music plays on HD2. And then on HD3 is a classic album-oriented rock format known as KLUV Classic Tracks. And the third digital subchannel also plays Christmas music during the holiday season, whereas the main station used to. KLUV is owned by Intercom Communications. 99.1 Channel 256 is KFZO, Denton. Zona MX, 99.1. Banda para la banda. KFZO airs a regional Mexican format on FM analog and HD1 and is owned by Univision and the Euphoria Radio Network. And this station is repeated. I'm looking at my notes here. Here it is. This station is repeated on KDXX 107.9 HD2 in Louisville. Repeats on KDXX 107.9 HD2 Louisville. All right. That's out the way. And continue now to 99.5, channel 258, high definition. KPLX, Fort Worth, Dallas. 99.5, The Wolf. Texas Country. FM analog and HD1 is country music, and in HD2 is the simulcast of News Talk 820 WBAP. KPLX is owned by Cumulus. 100.3, channel 262, high definition, is KJKK, Dallas Fort Worth. 100.3, Jack FM, playing what we want. Secondary slogan is everyone agrees on Jack FM. FM analog and HD1 is adult hits. HD2 is urban contemporary, which is branded as the 100.3 HD2. And then HD3 is classic country, which I think is labeled as country legends. KJKK is owned by Intercom Communications. 100.7, channel 264 is KWRD Highland Village. The word 100.7 FM. This is a Christian talk station from Salem Media Group and is repeated on KLTY 94.9 HD3 Arlington. 101.1, channel 266 in high definition is WRR-FM Dallas Fort Worth. Classical 101 WRR. Classical music and the arts for North Texas. They broadcast a classical music format on the FM analog and HD1 signals, and there are no additional subchannels. And this station is owned by the city of Dallas. 101.7 is probably the only other non-commercial license on FM, and that's channel 269 KYDA Azle. This is a northwestern suburb of Fort Worth. This station is known as Air One. Worship now, and their backup slogan is The Worship Station. This is a contemporary worship music station owned by EMF. In fact, this is the only station in the Metroplex that EMF owns. KYDA broadcasts the translator in Wichita Falls on 100.5 K263 AK. 102.1, channel 271 in high definition is KDGE Fort Worth, Dallas. Star 102.1, the best variety of the 80s, 90s, and today. On FM analog and HD1 is mainstream adult contemporary. And then on HD2 is the main channel's former format and branding, alternative rock as The Edge. KDGE is owned by iHeartMedia. 102.9, channel 275, also in high def, and also owned by iHeartMedia, is KDMX Dallas Fort Worth. 102.9 now. DFW's more music and more variety from the 90s to now. The FM analog in HD1 and the HD2 signals both air hot adult contemporary music. The HD2 station is branded though as Mix 102.9. And again, they are owned by iHeartMedia. 103.3, channel 277, KES in Allen, Dallas, Fort Worth. This station is known as ESPN Dallas 103.3 FM. First for sports in Dallas, Fort Worth. So this is a sports formatted station and the Dallas Fort Worth affiliate of ESPN Radio. ESPN 103.3 is also the flagship station of the Dallas Mavericks, and they are also the Dallas-Fort Worth affiliate of the NFL on Westwood One. So all the Thursday night, Sunday night, and Monday night games, as well as the NFL playoffs and the Super Bowl, are all heard on ESPN 103.3. This station is owned by the Walt Disney Company, but is operated by Cumulus Media. 103.7, channel 279, I should say, is KVIL Highland Park, Dallas, Fort Worth. Broadcasting in high definition is Alt 1037, DFW's new alternative. FM Analog and HD1 both air alternative rock. On HD2 is a smooth jazz format known as the Oasis. And then on HD3 is Channel Q, which is the LGBTQ talk and dance station. KVIL is owned by Intercom. 104.5, channel 283, and one of the Metroplex's highest rated radio stations is KKDA-FM Dallas Fort Worth, K104, bangin' hip hop and R&B. This is an urban contemporary station which is locally owned by Service Broadcasting Corporation. 104.9, channel 285, KZMP FM Pilot Points. 104.9 Fun Asia, bringing the community together. This station broadcasts South Asian music and is owned by Australia Media, with license held by Liberman Broadcasting of Dallas LLC, but is operated by Fun Asia under a local marketing agreement. 105.3, channel 287 in high definition is KRLD FM Dallas Fort Worth. 105.3, The Fan. Their slogan is simply TOLO, which means turn it on, leave it on. TOLO. This is a sports formatted radio station and the DFW affiliate of CBS Sports Radio. This station is also the radio flagship of both the Dallas Cowboys and the Texas Rangers, and local sports news updates from KXAS TV, the NBC owned and operated station in Dallas on Channel 5, can be heard here on 105.3 The Fan. That's on FM Analog and on HD1. HD2 is the simulcast of News Radio 1080 KRLD AM. And then HD3 is Dallas Cowboys Archives and the national sports feed of CBS Sports Radio airs in the overnight hours, while the Dallas Cowboy Archives airs on other day parts. KRLD-FM is owned by Intercom Communications. 105.7, channel 289 is KRNB Decatur, Dallas Fort Worth. Smooth R&B 105.7. Nobody does grown and sexy like this. This is an urban adult contemporary station which is owned by Service Broadcasting Corporation, owners of K104. 106.1, channel 291 in high definition. KHKS, Denton, Dallas, Fort Worth. 106.1, KISS FM, DFW's #1 hit music station. FM Analog and HD1 is Top 40 CHR. HD2 is Dance and EDM Pride Radio. And this station is also the flagship. This station is also the flagship station of the nationally syndicated Kid Craddock Morning Show, So the morning show airs locally in Dallas on 106.1 Kiss FM, but it's distributed all across the country in many other markets. KHKS is owned by iHeartMedia. Of course, the show's host, Kid Craddock, passed away suddenly in New Orleans back in 2013. But the people that currently co-host the show have run it under his name posthumously. 106.7 Channel 294, KZZA, Munster, Dallas, Fort Worth. La Ranchera, 106.7 FM, 1540 AM. La Auténtica Música Mexicana. This is a regional Mexican station owned by Australia Media. And again, the license for all Australia Media-owned stations are held by Lieberman Broadcasting of Dallas, LLC. 107.5, Channel 298 in high definition is KMVK Fort Worth, Dallas. La Grande, 107.5, which airs regional Mexican music on its FM analog signal and on HD1. HD2 is Tejano music, labeled as Fiero HD. And then HD3 is Latin pop, which is branded as Dale. That's D-A-L-E, exclamation point. Dale, 107.5. They have Spanish news updates from Telemundo owned and operated station KXTX-TV, channel 39. KMVK is owned by Intercom Communications and is relayed on KLOL 101.1 FM HD2 in Houston. And that brings us to our final two stations. Well, technically, they're the same station. But this is a dual frequency station. 107.9 channel 300 in HD, KDXX Louisville. And 107.1 channel 296 in HD is KESS FM Benbrook. Together, these two stations are known as Latino Mix, 107.9 and 107.1. El Sonido de Hoy. The FM analog and HD1 signals on both stations is CHR Latin Pop. Now, as far as the HD2 subchannels, they're both different. On the HD2 subchannel of KDXX is the regional Mexican simulcast of Denton licensed KFZO Zona MX 99.1. And then on the HD2 subchannel of KESS 107.1 is the rhythmic adult contemporary simulcast of sister station KVBH Vibe 107.5 in San Antonio. Both KDXX FM and KESS FM are owned by Univision and the Euphoria Audio Network. So there you have it. The entire Dallas-Fort Worth radio market. And if you thought this video was long, wait until tomorrow, because now I get to tackle the nation's third largest radio market, and that's Chicago. And there's bound to be a bunch of stations in that market as well. So stay tuned for that. In the meantime, this is Big L. Good night. Talk to you tomorrow. Peace out.